Right, instructional video how to remove spark plug from Tricity. Obviously to remove the outer shroud around the front of the seat. So you lift up, basically, you can imagine this being in place. 2 screws, up top there and there. There's 2 screws down here. Now, you pull these out sideways. Obviously, to be able to get this shroud off, you will have to put the seat down, because when it's up, obviously the edge of the seat comes here. So to remove it, obviously, after you've done that on sides, both sides, put the seat down, pull the shroud away, and put to one side. Now, spark plug time. Now, I advise, due to high voltage, disconnect your neutral on your battery. Do not play with that whilst your battery is live. You may be bitten. So basically, obviously I have removed it, but to get myself an understanding first, where are we? Right, so right down there in the valve, let me see if I can, nope. Let me see if I can guide you in, fellas, guys. Right, come on. Basically, on the NMAX version, you've got this valve actuator here. Down here, basically, this thing with a rubber end, there is a hole down there with the spark plug. It's difficult on the camera, but basically, that is butt tight in there. You have to try and pull that plug off. I managed to move it around a little bit and actually just get the back end of a screwdriver against that just to give me a bit of leverage. But be careful, because you can break the tip on the spark plug and you don't want to do that. So if you can actually pull it off, should be able to then. Basically you will need a 10mm spark plug remover. Put it down. One of these bendy twisty things with a rubber washer inside. Basically you squirrel it down there onto the plug. You'll feel it latch on round the nut. Basically, as that end goes down onto the plug, it attaches round to this nut here, and then basically undoes it. But that's the condition of mine, at least anyway, after 7,000 miles. And basically the rubber washer inside obviously lifts the plug out with it. And then obviously it's just reverse process of putting the new one in. They do say normally gap your spark plug. I believe on the, let me give it, see if it'll focus. I believe on these it was 0.8mm the gap. So if you've got a feeler gauge, I mean, I've already done it on my other plug, but basically, yeah, 0.8, that's the recommended height between where the spark and the electrode. Yeah, so they basically screw it in there, tighten it up, and just so it's tight, and then just a little bit more, but not over tight, if you get my drift. Then it would be a case of then just basically shoving this onto the end of that, or if I can do it with holding the camera. Yeah, so as I was saying before, my camera rudely interrupted me. Basically, obviously you can imagine this being down in the engine. You would basically shove that HT lead onto the end of that. You'll hear it go pop, you'll hear it a little clicking down there somewhere. And just to make sure that was facing like that when I think it. Sometimes if you try to turn it like that, there is a little radiator hose here. It's not under pressure, obviously. You can move it just so you can just turn it if you need to. And then basically as soon as that's back on there, put your neutral back on there, plastic shroud on, your 4 screws, and hopefully, you know, you should, boom, simple. So yeah, another tip saving method, cash saving method, on how to change a smart plug on a Tricity NMAX version. Oh, and even though I thought this was a cheap muck spark plug, hold on, let me see if I can get it into focus for you. So, I have to apologise guys, this phone is not the best. So it's an NGK CPR8EA9. That's just a standard NGK spark plug. Don't bother with the iridium spark plugs, a waste of money, waste of time. I mean, the bike's a bloody scooter, it's a 125, it's not a sports bike, you're not producing 200 horsepower, it's not going to do you any benefits. I mean, the only thing I can actually say for iridium spark plugs really, just personal choice. I mean, if you want personal choice, fine, but is it going to make the bike go any faster? No. So just stick with your NGK spark plugs. I mean, here, I mean mine, 10 quid in UK. I know you guys from Asia may say, oh, that's really expensive, but unfortunately that's what they cost here in this country. But yeah, so anyway, enough waffling on. That's how you change a spark plug on a Yamaha Tricity 2017 and upwards. Okay, bye.